prevent peaceful mobs from walking into the cleared areas, else they might fall into caves. Oh, that's actually a good point. If they fall into caves, then... oh well. Also in the not cleared areas there is caves. And I tried to close the caves off, so most of them are, but... I will deal with that later. I will check later again if the peaceful mob trap works, and if it doesn't, I will walk around in caves here and like walk down the caves and try to find peaceful mobs. They prefer light, so usually they don't just walk into caves. Peaceful mobs, their AI is coded in a way that they prefer light, so I don't think it's a big issue. I managed at least 2 times before to remove the mobs here, so that's good. Let's go till here and close it off there. Don't know. Okay, did we get that all? Good. And that. Oh, I thought there was a dot staying back, but apparently not. Yeah, works not too bad. I thought it would be worse to place the cable here. We got more. Good. Okay, there we go. Then we actually should make it cut off over... did I? Yeah, I said render this inside again. We should make it cut off somewhere over here. Like this... well, I guess we can go here. And we should go to the bed first. Panda, did you know that you can engage sprint while walking forward and beginning to sneak twice? What do you mean? I'm not sure that you can engage sprint. What does engage mean in this context? I'm not quite sure. I mean, you can stop to sprint, but you can start, right? That doesn't work. Let's start from back there and make a border to here. Does he ever play Feed the Beast? No, I did never play Feed the Beast. So let's just go with this line here. I wonder why this lake is not frozen. Is that... ah, it's beach. It's not Tiger Hills anymore. So there's grass below these blocks now, so it could grow back. But we will have to remove the snow layers here first, and then this time it's really unlikely that any of the grass will stay alive. And also I think, I'm not sure, but I think if the grass below a block gets an update, it will not grow, but rather die of it. Like it will then become dirt. So I think it's no problem anyways if we have grass below blocks, because that will not spread. I'm not sure. It's something we could potentially test. Yeah. Let's see, how would we test that? We would do this and that. And then update all these blocks. I mean, that's no test which tells us anything for sure now, but it's a start. If they, oh wait, actually the grass grows in from the outside. Whatever, we can do this test another time. It's not that important, no. Let's just continue before I get carried away. It would have to be on a huger scale anyways to get a result which we could use. How did I do that just there? Did I place it against there? Guess. Oh yeah, probably. Yeah, if you place it at the block, you can directly remove the snow layers. Panda, what's your favorite project that you have done? It's difficult. Like, for example, there are a few projects I'm really proud of, like the spawner generation stuff, which was a lot of fun. Or well, then there are projects like the Ender Dragon Farm where I think, okay, it's not that like it's not that special actually, but it's apparently really impressive, and it also was a lot of fun and quite some work to make the videos there. But let's see, the tree farms, like the really early tree farms is one of my favorite projects for sure. Like way before the Wither, we started making tree farms. Was there anything else? I'm sure I'm missing something at the moment. Let's see, what did we build here? The Oracle is also, of course, a project which is, in a certain light, my favorite, but in another light, another one is a favorite again. It's just in general, favorite project is really hard to answer for me. I'm not sure, but just thinking, I probably forget something really cool now. Some project that I totally enjoyed. Whee. Oops. Washing away all the flowers. Let's keep them. Maybe we can use them sometime when we need to fix the UFOs or so. Oh well, the red ones we got enough anyway, so... Iron farm. Okay, here. Didn't I want to make shovels and dig away the snow? I think I wanted to. But with the depth strider, it's also good this way, so... Can you identify any chunk border without the debug menu? Yes, there are several ways to do that. Someone just said play on 2 chunks render distance, so let's try that. I mean, that's of course a way that you just look at the chunk border. You see the chunk border sometimes. If I would stack up, I would see it, but let's try that. If I go on 2 chunks render distance. Do I see a border there? Do I? Actually, don't. Oh, yeah, there we saw a border. Well, let's go this way and try to see it over there. Well, on higher render distances you can for sure see it, and also I don't know if this is still there, but I'm pretty sure it is there. Also, when loading, you see the chunk borders. There is a rendering glitch with ice. I think that's still there, and also slime blocks, I think, where you can see the chunk borders. Mm. So there are ways to tell where the chunk borders are without the debug menu. Mm. Just thought this grass was a creeper for a short moment. We should we play on low render distance for a while, just to get an experience for it? Never tried render distance 2 for a longer time. You have so few things to worry about, kind of. Yeah, it's really cool how the fog gets low with it. It's a good way to do it. Like to yeah, enable low render distances without making it look weird. Just fogging out everything outside. Mm. So we got this. Mm. Can you use map coordinates in any way? Like are chunks the same places in every world? I think actually, yeah, maps might work. I'm not sure, but maps are likely to show you direct chunk borders as well. Mm. What else is there? We just have to look at glitches which work with chunk borders to tell things that can tell us chunk borders. Oh, I think back there we see one, don't we? Because the tree... Oh no, actually I think it's just fog. Thought there was a chunk border, but it was just the end of... What? Wait. Have to try that. Oh, look at that. Sneaky way to get rid of the fog. Whoops, we see the trees? We don't see them. We see them. And now we can see the chunk border behind the tree there. If it would go on, we would see it because we only see the underwater fog. Oh, it's really, really weird if you're here. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And suddenly a mountain appeared. Okay, whew. Let's get rid of everything up here. Yep, looks good. And then we have this corner, and then we can start hoeing finally. So, yeah, I think that is the at most third, at most? I'm not sure if at most, but I think it's the third newsworthy thing we did in the stream since last episode. We talked at the really beginning of the stream. We made this room, which is still sort of unfinished because there are no elevators in. These snow layers they can stay, but I have to dig this one away. Okay. This border was really useful. Over here it would have stopped anyways. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Ooh, these snow layers are lucky. Good for them. So, let's start here. And it's getting night, I think, but I don't really see it because it's so foggy. We will go sleep in a moment. Okay, so that's done. Let's go sleep real quick. And also check if anywhere grass regrow. There we have one of the broken portals. So, there we go. Oh wait, let's better not update the portal with water. That would be bad. Just further investigating the render distance glitch. Oh well, you see it well with the trees, you don't see it that well here. almost went for these no layers here. It's interesting when the render distance is at low. How does the mob spawning work? Because there are barely any chunks where it can spawn mobs, and most of the chunks are in lazy chunks. Like render distance 2 means I'm standing right next to a lazy chunk, doesn't it? Or is there more chunks loaded around automatically then? I mean, it would have to be really, because otherwise the squid back there couldn't move. Yeah, so it has to load at least 4 chunks in each direction, I guess. So that you have 2 chunks which are active and which you can look at. Would be interesting to investigate, though, how it exactly that works there. Yep. So let's start with this here. Wireless redstone through the nether? Okay, what did I miss there in chat? That's... I thought about wiring redstone through the nether, not wireless. But wireless through the nether, I mean, wireless redstone as we know it right now, the most common type there with the global hitboxes, actually for all dimensions. So you can send a signal from the overworld to the nether or from the nether to the overworld with that. So it's also interdimensional redstone. Oops. Mob spawning is really broken in anything under 9. That makes sense, yeah. It sees the chunks, the lazy chunks also as suitable chunks for spawning and tries to spawn mobs in there, which of course works, but the mobs are then stuck in there. Or well, maybe it doesn't see it as suitable chunks for spawning, but spawns them too close to these borders so that they don't despawn before they get into these chunks and then they get stuck. How would one fix that? You would have to make the despawn radius of mobs dependent on the render distance, I guess. Because making mobs despawn in lazy chunks would be bad. Or, well, actually what you would have to do is making... I stopped there because that breaks the peaceful mob switch. Is making mobs in lazy chunks not count towards the mob cap. That would fix it really well. Then again, that could lead to mobs piling up in lazy chunks, which would be exploitable as well. So, hey, maybe I'm fine with fixing the peaceful mob switch. It's, it would allow for interesting mob farms. Hey. Is it really interdimensionally, even though they made some stuff multi-threaded for several dimensions? Oh, did they? Is stuff multi-threaded for dimensions? I didn't notice that yet. They made multi-threaded stuff, but I don't think for dimensions. Maybe I'm mistaken there, but the dimensions are still one after another ticked. It's still interdimensional. Like, even if it's multi-threaded, it still works because the way the wireless redstone works is that some blocks, or well, all blocks have just like for each block type you have just one bounding box or one collision box, and that collision box is used globally for each block that you placed in your world. Most notable, it's with anvils and chests, I think. Because you can walk inside them when the box is set wrong. I can show it later when we finish this part, but at the moment I don't want to walk away from here, otherwise it starts to grow back. But yeah, so you have just one one global collision box for the block, and when Anvil, for example, sets it to his state, all other Anvils have the same collision box. And that is also interdimensional, yeah? It's like if you set the box in one dimension, it's the same as happening in all other dimensions. There's just blocks just exist once. Well, once for the server and once for the client, but yeah. Still, the server, like, you also can have interesting glitches where you bounce back and forth when walking into a chest and stuff like that when the server and the client disagree on the collision box of a block. But yeah, it's still interdimensional. What version are you playing at the moment? 1.8.7. I didn't update to 1.8.8 yet because I don't think it changes anything really. It was just versions they made to fix a security issue, where you could get operator rights on servers. So I really didn't see the point in updating to that because this is not a server. Let me turn down this out a bit that I can concentrate on chat more. Oh, we are almost out of hose again. I actually thought about using the interdimensional redstone for something I tried to do a while ago. So a while ago I showed this red sand converter thing in stream, like the one where Test made a machine for, or where Test showed the concept, and then later we made another design. And then after that, many people asked, is it possible with anvils? So I tried to do that with anvils, and it's really hard with anvils because you can't move the anvils with pistons, and you have like no possibility to move them around really, besides them being an entity. And we tried to find a way to do the same thing with anvils, and we didn't manage so far. But I had an idea what else we could use. So what we could do is complicated. I don't remember the steps altogether anymore, so we should just do it someday. I have to get them together. I had a order of steps, and it was involving interdimensional redstone, so what am I doing here? That's a weird way to do it. So it was really weird, but I think it would have worked. It would have been difficult, but yeah. It was involving lazy chunks, spawn chunks, interdimensional redstone, TNT explosions, and lots more fun stuff. I should do a random stream trying that out sometime, but I should really be prepared to sit several hours on it because it wasn't that easy. I don't think the dimensions are multi-threaded. I might be wrong, but the last time I checked it was still like just an array with all 3 dimensions, and they iterated through that in a loop, and I don't remember them starting a thread for each one there. Where I remember seeing threading in Minecraft is for the beam of beacons, like the color beam of beacons. They calculate the color in some concurrent programming stuff, like what was it? They use Google Futures there, which I don't know exactly how that works, but it's apparently some concurrent programming stuff. So that, and here we go. Is it getting night? I'm not sure if it's getting night. Yes, it's getting night. I think I will turn up the render distance again. Um, oh, bye, Booby. 16. There we go. Wait. So for beacons they used something multi-threaded, and there was something else, like when you close a server and it's disconnecting the players or something. Well, servers use a lot of multi-threading stuff anyway, so I guess that's nothing special. But yeah, the beacons were something where I was surprised that there's multi-threading in there. But it's also not really risky thing, because if something goes wrong, the beacon has at max the wrong color, I guess. There's not much more. Okay, I would say we start from here now. Is the chicken invisible, or the chicken is invisible? Add that to the backlist. Invisible mobs after switching render distance. Yay! Today we really find a lot of bugs. That's also an interesting one to investigate, because there was similar glitches in the snapshots, so I guess. Over there will be so much drone again, I think. Because we're taking quite some time here. So let's try to be faster. Faster! Oh, as fast as you can. Why are you turning the grass into dirt? Because we are at the spawn chunks here, and we want animals to prevent animals from spawning here. Apparently it wouldn't even be necessary, because as we noticed when we came here, there are enough mobs in the chunks around, which are not loaded as spawn chunks, but only when we are here with a higher render distance, to prevent any mob spawning. But we set the render distance to 2 and now mob spawned, and also we just want to have dirt here, so that it's completely safe. I also want to be able to move this way without mobs spawning here and stuff like that, so let's just go for it. And we don't want mobs in the spawn chunks, because we want a peaceful mob trap. Hey, I don't remember how much recrow here. So that's nice. So I don't have to worry about it. Like, I don't remember where the line was before. Oh well, actually, it must have been at least here, because the grass cannot turn into dirt, but the dirt can turn into grass. So yeah, it probably was right here. Yep, it was. I remember this thing. No, actually, I remember this thing, but it's on the same layer. Yep, over here we see this line. Is it for the mushroom farm or a different mob trap? It's for the mushroom farm, that one keeps working. I don't know, is there any reason to build a different mob trap? I don't really need jump boost potions, because you can get that with beacons. The other animals I think I got around already. besides horses maybe. Nah, I don't see a reason currently. Sheep and pig and cows and all these animals you can farm nicely with other farms as well, and you don't really need much of them because you can, like, why do you need more than one good food farm if you got the best already? Hey, I think we're getting close to getting this thing half done. Oops. Whew. I thought about streams on YouTube. Like, I upload currently each stream in 3 parts to YouTube, and I think it's really spamming my channel a bit. I think I will continue uploading them because many people, like quite a few people, still ask for it from time to time. But I think I will just upload the streams, then leave them online for 1 or 2 weeks, and then put them into a playlist and make them unlisted. So for anyone who searches old streams, you can find them in the playlist. But if people get to the channel, they see real videos and not just the stream videos, because really, who wants to see me hoeing grass for 3 hours? And we won't even be done after that. Will be even more. Oh, long chat messages again. I would need a computer reading them out from me or something. It would be quite helpful, because I have a hard time focusing the eyes on the chat while focusing on screen as well. Like on what I'm doing in game. Why can I send cards from the nether to the overworld and they activate redstone stuff, but from the overworld to the nether with the same contraption, even with a clock that should load a 5x5 area, the nether, in the nether, that's not in the spawn chunks. There's a simple reason for that. If no player is in the nether, or the end, the dimension immediately unloads. Like, always. At the end of the tick, in nether and end, it says, if there's no player in this dimension, unload all chunks. And I had quite some fun trying to get around that, and there might be ways to get around that, but by now I still don't have a good way. But yeah, that's the reason. In the overworld, that's not the case. In the overworld, there's not a every tick unloading thing. That would happen when there's no players. In the overworld, there's just a 45 second unloading thing. So every 45 seconds, all chunks unload, and as you usually don't have your redstone stuff aligned with the 45 second unloading cycles, it's pretty much a random time till it's unloads. So if you send a minecart through from the nether to the overworld, it might sometimes not work, because sometimes the 45 second unloading cycles will just hit in this moment. But usually it will work, because it keeps it loaded long enough, and there's good ways to work around that. You could send a minecart through, then wait for a moment, and then send something else through, just to load the chunks again, and then you would be sure that the chunks were loaded for long enough to do what the minecart needed to do. But yeah, nether and end, instant unloading all the time. Or not instant, but at the end of the tick. So you can process 1 tick in nether and end, which is not that much. And it's also a challenge to get entities to get being processed in the nether and end while no player is there. Tricky stuff. Still something I play around with from time to time and try to find new, better ways, or in general ways. It's a field of research. So let's make too many hoes. Don't need that, don't need that. Don't need that. Yep. And get back to it. And we want to sleep. No does mean no, I won't. Yeah, that was a waste of hoe. It's time to waste your diamonds on a hoe. No, won't do that. I could buy one from villagers. I could do that, but so why removing the crest? We are removing the crest so no mobs spawn here, because if mobs would spawn here, this is a spawn chunks, if mobs would spawn in the spawn chunks, that would break all peaceful mob traps we have. Currently just the mushroom cow farm. And we want to prevent that. So far we prevented that by just never going here, which is a good way to prevent mobs from spawning there. But the spawn chunks are kind of useful because they are currently constantly loaded, so that is why we are changing that now, so we can actually use the spawn chunks for stuff and maybe things. So tap. You know what I actually regret a bit? Why didn't I start a video and made a time lapse of that? I bet it looks really nice from on top. You can still do it for the rest. After we finish this section, I can maybe set up a second thing with camera and stuff and time lapse it. But let's first finish that so it doesn't regrow. Then we need to find a spot. Well, actually, we probably won't finish everything today, and then it will look weird. And yeah, probably I will record a time lapse just to throw it away then, because we didn't do it right from the beginning, and then it looks weird. But hey, maybe not. Maybe it will be a good looking time lapse. Maybe we can do one on the other side of the island. There's still a nice part. Phew. Hey, how many spawn chunks are there? That depends on your world. I think they are 12 by 12, and sometimes 12 by 13, and sometimes 13 by 13. But I'm not completely sure. It's well documented in the Minecraft wiki in this case, I think. So, yeah. Ooh. Cow, listen. If you get into my way, it will not end well for you. So, I hope that helps. Let's make a little test here. this one and this one. And these two. So let's see if any grass can grow from here. And I want to get rid of the farmland a bit faster. Because I think the grass should turn into dirt before the grass growing happens. But maybe I'm wrong there, so let's double check. Hop. Hop. No. Come on. Hop. Okay. So let's see. Hey, we actually got quite a bit done already. So yeah, there's quite a bit lot. What is that word supposed to mean even? There's quite a bit left still. As well. So let's open to LAN spectator and get a second account. Give me a moment. You want a nicer view, don't you? So here we should be safe from mobs, and I think we didn't have this view yet for a long time. So hey, there we go. And we want all versions and 1.8.8 save profile, and we want Panda. There we go. And let's play. Full screen. Oh, I hope that will even work, but I think it should. Okay, the spectator account is still in the end from the last episode, probably. There we go, now it's here. And I will just switch over to the spectator account, and then we can try to find a nice view. Oh no, actually I won't switch over to the spectator account, sorry about that, but... Oh, wow, we actually got half of it done. Oh, that's mean. Now I'm talking about what we see here, and okay, how do we show that now? Hey, so maybe we get done with all of it today. I'm sorry, but if I switch over now, it is likely that the time lapse will fail to work again. So, that really sucks that I forgot to time lapse the beginning, because we did really interesting parts of it, sort of. Oh well, let's time lapse from here on. Just take this spot so we can continue. Start a second instance of OBS and hope that everything works and nothing breaks. Okay, start recording. Now we need to get to this Minecraft again. Okay, so I'm looking on the thing now. Yeah, we didn't get half of it done yet, but maybe I will go a bit overtime today and finish it. Because it's oh, we made a mistake there. The grass is regrowing. That's why I checked from time to time. Let's start to fight again. I don't know where we made the mistake, but it must have been somewhere down here. Wait a second, just double checking. I think the recordings are both working. I wonder where we made the mistake. Maybe this block down there. That looks like one where you would make a mistake. What are some block here? think it might have been this one. These ones are outside. This one is also outside, yeah. Well, let's hope that fixes it. Why don't you use the replay mod for time lapses? I thought about using the replay mod, and I still think about using it. I have some projects where it will probably help me. But let's check that over here. Yep. So the crest just dies when it gets a random tick. It doesn't grow then. Good to know. But for a time lapse like this, the replay mod, well, actually it would be cool. I don't have it set up at the moment. It's in general, yes, I wouldn't play with this account with the replay mod. I would get a spectator mode account, and he would be the replay mod account, so that the mod can't influence the gameplay really, because it's just on a client that is just in spectator mode, so it should have really no influence like that. But yeah, I think about using that for some things. But I also first want to do some creative videos with the replay mod and experience a bit how it works. We should sleep. We definitely should. We could use ender pearls to be faster, but we can also walk. Walk. I think this was also mentioned earlier, and then I overlooked it, but couldn't an Enderman ruin the day by placing a grass block? Yeah, indeed. He could. That's why we skip the night, or one of the reasons anyways. Because at daytime an Enderman would teleport all the time. We can't skip nights anymore because we have a spectator mode account. That's a bug, it's fixed, and so yeah, we will have to deal with the mobs now. That's a bug it is fixed it will be fixed in 1.9, but currently it's still there. Spectator mode accounts blocks the sleeping. I would have to log out of him, or yeah. Well, don't sleep for the time lapse. Yeah, instead I will die 1,000 times. Probably looks better in the time lapse anyways, through that. Take that, evil you! Oh, hey! That worked, kind of. Chicken, first, lay an egg! Oh, there. Take that, evil you! Nah, this time it didn't work. What did I do wrong? There we go. Let's continue there. Actually, with the knowledge we got about the blocks now, why do we dig them away in the first place? We can just build a border on top. It's a bit inconsistent now, but we can remove the borders later anyways. And that's fine. Let's check for creepers. No creepers around. Good. So let's just from now on place the borders on top. That will save us one quite useless work step. Over here we have to do the old-fashioned borders and so. I had to. She would have started to throw potions. Stop blowing holes into my borders. What a weird thing for a German guy to say. Yeah, we should think about how to do that stuff without constantly getting problems with creepers and mobs, and yeah. Well, the night will be over soon, and then we try to be productive at daytime, and then we spend another night having trouble with mobs. So apparently we have a gate here now. We can close that later. Okay, there we go. Tips. Tips. Double check for creepers. This guy following me all the way. What am I doing? We are digging away or not digging away, but we're moving the things and stuff, the grass at spawn. Oh, thank you. He's carrying the grass block for me. That's really nice of him. Okay. Nope, that's the wrong block. That's not what we want to place there. Maybe we should start from the other side, because there the dirt would despawn earlier. I don't skip loads of non-renewable blocks. I'm just working with the 5 with the 5 minute timer. You see, they are all still here, and we will still get them because I'm faster with placing blocks than removing them anyway. The creeper. There we go. Are any of the blocks outside? Oh no. Yep. How did I jump over there in the first place? What? Did I just make a 3-block jump? And there's another creeper. But did I really just make a 3-block jump? If so, how? I just jumped over here, didn't I? Oh, over here. Yeah, okay. There I can get on there, and then I can get up here. So it must have been something like that. Damaged my armor. Okay. The dirt didn't despawn yet, so everything is fine. And we get all of them here. Yep. Looks good. No creepers around. Let's continue. Oh, a bat. Evil me. Okay. In Panda Survival 12, you said... Ah, creeper! No, I didn't say creeper. Well, actually, I think Panda Survival 12 was the one where we did wither mining, so yeah, there was this creeper moment. But I said that we definitely go wither mining again. I would also go wither mining again if it would still work, but it is broken. So yeah, no more wither mining for us, because they made the wizard not go into minecarts anymore. So that's the reason why we won't go wizard mining again, because it doesn't work at the moment. I mean, we could do something super crazy with flying machines, but I don't have any convincing stable thing there. Not at all. There it is. Okay, let's just start here with that. I think that will look really funny in the time lapse, because it's constantly flashing if you make it faster. It will probably look horrible. Where's it there? Burning zombie with gunpowder. Shouldn't he explode when he burns? Because the gunpowder ignites. I would place mycelium and make a fake mushroom biome. Funny, people said that before. I'm not sure, maybe. It would make sure that no grass can grow back. Actually... Okay, when we get done today, then at the end of the stream, I will place a few mycelium blocks, or maybe, yeah, just a few mycelium blocks, and then switch to the other recording, to the time-lapse recording, and stream that, and just let mycelium grow. Is that a deal? I think that could be really interesting, a fully AFK stream. Yay. No, but I guess it's actually would make sure that no stuff grows back. This guy sounds like an Indian scammer, no offense. If you have to say no offense, then something with your comment is wrong already. It's... But I guess you can tell apart a German and an Indian accent, because they have some similarities. And Indian scammers probably usually have an Indian accent, because it makes sense. So, yeah, that's why. Your comment is kind of racist, so... Because you're saying that everyone with an Indian accent... Well, you're implying that everyone with an Indian accent is a scammer. Which is... Well, let's not continue on this topic here, but on Minecraft. So... more snow. Yeah, I think this could look really cool from the time-lapse view, because suddenly there's a lot of water and then there's non-water, and that's so fast that it's flashing, and I have to do an epilepsy warning again. No, I don't think it's that bad. Like, I had this one episode where we did the trading hall in the end, and I was doing a lot of trading, and yes, I admitted I was too lazy to cut down the footage correctly, so I just took all the trading footage I had. It was like 6-hour footage of constantly opening and closing windows, and made a super fast time lapse out of it. And it was just super flashy. And I didn't think much at the time, but later, people, when I released the video, people actually asked me if I could add a warning, because it had quite some epileptic character to it, because of all the flashiness. So I did, yeah, and I think the time lapse would also have looked way nicer if I, instead of just speeding it all up, would have cut out the parts that it's constantly in the inventory and just shows how my inventory changes. But I would have to have some automatic program for that or something, because that would have been really a lot of work. Cutting down 6 hours of every few seconds reopening an inventory. Yeah. That's a lot of work. So...